Happy Friday. Bobby here. Wanted to jump in here with what I think is a pretty important message. And it's a message about busting through the overwhelm that you probably feel as an online entrepreneur. Look, when I talk to the entrepreneurs in my audience and everywhere I go, the common theme that I hear is that they feel overwhelmed. And I've told this story many times before, but I think it's worth reiterating here. Overwhelm, candidly, is something that I've avoided. And I've avoided it in a lot of ways. And I used to say I think it was because I always felt good when I had a lot of balls in the air. And maybe that's partially true, but it's not really the reason why I think I've avoided overwhelm as an online entrepreneur. The reality is that I've avoided overwhelm because I focus on what matters and I ignore the rest. Hi, if you haven't really met me yet, don't know exactly who I am, I'm Bobby Klink. I'm the founder here at bobbyklink.com. And I've built a multiple six-figure business, first selling legal templates to online entrepreneurs, and now also helping to coach online entrepreneurs in how to build their business. And I wanted to jump in here today to talk about overwhelm because I'm actually running a workshop next Friday, March 6th, where I'm going to be helping entrepreneurs to bust through the overwhelm and ditch it once and for all. And one of the most important things I'm going to be talking about during that training is the importance on focusing on what matters. So I wanted to talk about that for a second because I'm going to be honest with you. If you listen to all of the gurus who are out there, if you listen to all of the people who are telling you all of the things you have to do, and if you believe them, you're going to be overwhelmed. It just is. There's no way we can avoid it. And you're going to be overwhelmed because the reality is that there are gurus telling you that you have to do just about everything. When it comes to social media, you've got gurus telling you you've got to be here on Facebook, and then you've got to be on Instagram, and you got to have lives, and you got to have groups, and you got to have all of those things. And maybe you got to be on TikTok and LinkedIn and YouTube and Pinterest and who knows what else. And I'll be honest with you, if you try to be all those places, it's going to suck. And you're not going to succeed because what's going to happen is you're going to end up trying to do all of these things and you're going to run yourself ragged. You're going to get burnt out and you're going to quit. And I'm here to tell you that that's not how successful entrepreneurs build their business. And this is one of those things. Maybe I just kind of lucked into it and did this right. But I've always had this running joke. As a lawyer, I would always say, I'm a simple country lawyer from Texas. And people got mad about that, or not mad. They said, no, you're not. You went to Harvard Law School. And I was like, well, yeah, that's true. But my mindset is actually that of a simple lawyer. I've always been somebody who said, let's make it simple. Let's keep it simple. And that's just the way I've always done things. And that has been one of my great gifts when it comes to entrepreneurship. And I want to talk about what I mean by that specifically because, like I said, I built a multiple six-figure business selling the most boring thing in the world, legal templates. And I'm going to tell you about what my what I did when it came to content and social media. I have a podcast, which for a long time I did one podcast a week. Now I do two podcasts a week. I don't worry about trying to repurpose it to 18 different places. Yes, I think I have it automatically set up so it puts a video on Facebook Live and then it goes over to YouTube. But nobody watches that crap, so I don't worry about that. I have spent my money, my time creating that content, giving it to my people with a podcast. And when it comes to social media, I've built my business pretty much entirely on Facebook. Yes, I have an Instagram account. And yes, now I have a social media manager who is actually making it much better than I ever could have. But I don't play on Twitter. I used to, but that's a dead place for me. I don't spend time on LinkedIn. I don't spend time on Pinterest. I don't spend time on TikTok. I don't try to build a YouTube channel. I'm not trying to do Medium or any of those other things. I spend my time here on Facebook. And having that focus and knowing that I don't have to do all the things has been the reason why I'm able to appear to do so much. People feel like they see me everywhere, but they're not seeing me everywhere. They just see me all the time, the places where we hang out and where they spend time. And so my laser focus means that I get all the benefits that all these gurus are talking about, but I do it without making myself go nuts in the process. So my big call to action to you today is that if you want to actually simplify your business and not feel overwhelmed, the trick is to stop doing things. It's not to try to do things more efficiently. It's to do less. And it's to do the things that actually matter in your business and forget about the others. And I'm not telling you that you need to build the same business I am. I'm not telling you that you should build your business only on Facebook. It might be that you should build your business primarily on Instagram, or primarily on LinkedIn, or primarily on Pinterest. I can't tell you where you should be, but what I can tell you is that the trick to not being overwhelmed is just be one or two places and say, I'm putting blinders on and I'm not going to do anything else. So that's my big call to action to you. Now, I've said this, and maybe you're sitting there saying, okay, Bobby, that's great. How do I figure out what those places are? How do I figure out what I should be doing and what I don't need to be doing? That's what we're covering in the Ditch the Overwhelm workshop that's happening next Friday, March 6th at noon. And if you'd like to join me, I would love for you to join me. And I'm going to be teaching this stuff. I'm going to be going through it. I'm going to be walking through all the information, kind of how I go through the process, how I think about things, how I figure out what is most valuable, what is least valuable, and candidly, how I decided to just stop doing some things altogether. We're going to walk through that entire process during the workshop because I want to help you to stop feeling overwhelmed. I want you to stop feeling like you have to do it all and start focusing on what matters. If you want to join me for the workshop, you can get all the info by heading to bobbyklink.com/March 2020 workshop. Again, bobbyklink.com/March 2020 workshop. You head over there and you'll get all the information. And look, this is not a webinar where there's a sales pitch at the end because it's a paid workshop, but you can get access to it for $1 by doing a $1 trial of my Fans First Society. You can get all those details on the sales page. Check it out. I would love to see you. I would love to help you with this process because I know it's something that a lot of people struggle with. So again, head over to bobbyklink.com/March 2020 workshop. You find out all the details, and I look forward to seeing you next week on the workshop. And in the meantime, focus on what matters, ignore the rest. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later.